Hey, it's Jeremy here from LATT SEO, and in this video, I'm going to look at Water Guru and see if there are any elements that can be improved on their site from an SEO perspective to help them rank better, get more traffic, and generate more sales from Google search. So first thing I want to do is look at this tool here called Ahrefs and put their website in here. And the two big data points to look at here would be referring domains. And a referring domain, if you're unfamiliar, is a unique instance of a different website on the internet linking to them. And the reason I mention these is because Google looks at these as votes of confidence or trust signals. So you want to have more trusted websites linking to you. And when you do, Google sees that and associates your site as a trusted or high-powered site. Also, your DR tends to increase then as well. DR is on a 0 to 100 scale and basically lets us know how strong or how authoritative a site is, and also lets us know how competitive a keyword or phrase is likely to be to rank for. So that being said, I want to look at some keyword data here, specifically for the key phrase pool water monitor. And if we zoom in here, I want to look, Water Guru already ranks pretty well for this key phrase, and you can see their title is optimized for automated smart pool water monitor. And MySutro, it looks like, and IO Pool are both ranking above them and are optimized for the same keywords. And it looks like IO Pool actually has multiple listings here and also a listing within Amazon. So the first data point to look at here would be DR to see if it even makes sense to compete with MySutro. And you can see here, or Sutro I should say, there Sutro is 52 and Water Guru is 40. So there is a slight gap there from that perspective, but definitely not something that would make it impossible to outrank them. Now, the other data point here is this domains column. And again, I mentioned referring domains as a metric Google looks at from a trust perspective. And this is not only looked at on a domain basis, but a page by page basis. Now, interestingly enough, both of these are the homepage. So this is the total number of domains going to the root URL. And you can see here 499 for Sutro and 182 for Water Guru. Now, in general, the number of links itself does not matter as much as the quality of those links. If you had 499 junk or garbage links and one or two strong links, I would take the one or two strong links over the 499 spam links every day. But chances are, based on their DR, that a portion of these are also pretty strong and authoritative domains as well. So something to work on bridging that gap over time, because you're optimized pretty well for the key phrase like smart pool water monitor or pool water monitor or automated pool water monitor, any of those types of things. So that would be the first thing I would look at from that perspective. Now, a couple other data points to look at and think about from an optimization perspective would be looking at this tool here called Surfer. And what I do here is I put the key phrase in here, and for this case, I'm using Smart Pool Water Monitor. And then I put the URL in for either the page or the site that we want to rank better for that key phrase. And what this does is looks at the top 5 ranking sites in Google for the key phrase here and puts together an average or an expected range of all of these different optimization factors mainly from a content perspective to let us know what needs to be done to get us into that expected range and what we can do to help rank better for this primary key phrase. So one thing to look at here would be density, true density or keyword density. And you can see here some of these, like the phrase pool water doesn't make much sense to optimize for, of course, but having something like smart pool monitors, it's recommended to have that 1 to 3 times on the page, and they have it 0 times. So again, some of these I always recommend taking with a grain of salt, literally. And the key here is to make it so that it makes sense. And having smart pool monitors as an exact phrase on the page isn't necessarily required if you're using smart pool monitor or if you do have monitors listed multiple times, because you'll still probably rank for a key phrase that is relatively specific like this. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, a couple other data points to look at here would be potentially adding some additional keywords into the body text and then potentially in the H1 as well. But if we look at the site here, it looks like Pool Life Perfected is probably an H1. Let's just confirm. Do an inspection here. Yep, so this is an H1. And I would assume, which sometimes can get you in trouble, yeah, these are H2, and these are just additional text, and this is an H2. So the smart pool monitoring is an H2, so that's going to have a little bit more value from an optimization perspective. And then pristine water has never been easier is an H2, which from an optimization perspective, probably not much value there. And then pool life perfected for an H1, probably not much value there either. So I would recommend, if they wanted to potentially rank better for something like Smart Pool Monitor or Smart Pool Water Monitor, to instead change this H1 to something like one of those keywords I just mentioned, and then potentially have some other elements in here, design elements for pool life perfected, or have that as part of the image or something. So that is what I would recommend from, and purely from an SEO perspective, for optimization to help them likely rank better based on having improved optimization on their site. So hopefully this video gave you some ideas and insight and some value, whether you are associated with Water Guru or not. And that's it. See you in the next one.